Run down all the benefits of an LLC in Wyoming for you. So one, there are 5 states that provide attorney-client privilege. Wyoming is one of those. So when you file it with us or with another attorney, it doesn't have to be with us, their name and address for the registered agent is what should appear on the filing. If your attorney doesn't know what he's doing, that's not going to do you any good. If you do LegalZoom, it's not going to do you any good. Okay? You need to work with an attorney to get this benefit. So, attorney-client privilege, so that your personal information isn't out there in a public forum to be able for people to associate you with the LLC. So anonymity, privacy, big deal. On a continuing basis, when you're filing it, you also want to still work with an attorney or a team, because if you do the annual filing, your name's going to end up on the paperwork, and then it attaches you to the LLC, pierces the corporate veil, and in addition to that, again, you lose that privacy benefit. So that's one. 2 is no state tax there in Wyoming. So depending on what state you're in, if you're in California, that doesn't matter. Cali's going to get theirs. New York's going to get theirs. I think somebody pinged me in Iowa the other day, and they were like, you got to file reciprocity. So there are certain states, Washington's probably another one, like they're going to get their money. But some states, they're not quite as picky about that, and so you might be able to mitigate some state taxes with the Wyoming LLC. Texas and Florida both have no state tax. Property tax is much higher. In addition to that, the regulations around digital assets there in Wyoming is much more favorable than any other jurisdiction when it comes to your ability to leverage those assets or do things with them to produce income. So we had somebody the other day that talked about, they messaged and said that they saw some estate planner that said, oh, you can't mitigate taxes by moving your assets into an LLC and using those to produce income. The IRS is going to audit you and say this is not a business. In Wyoming, it's a business. Because of the laws and regulations that they have there around digital assets, you have that benefit, right? If you form this in your own state, there are some progressive states, Texas and Florida, I think Missouri, and a few others have adopted progressive regulation around digital assets, but nobody has provided DAO type regulation like Wyoming has, and is as progressive as they are with digital assets and your ability to leverage those inside of a business.